The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the November 2nd magnificent Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend, fantastic weekend, all kinds of sports out there. Congratulations if you are a Royals fan, and Mets, maybe next year will be your year for you. And anyway, in any event, it's great to be with you. And I hope you're having an extraordinary day. Of course, the easiest way to make sure you have an extraordinary day is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we're going to go take a look at the circumstances of the markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and the bears, the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I on this wonderful November 2nd day, and I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. Now, here's the key. I'm here to serve you. So feel free, pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648, internationally, 727-445-1044. You can email me, steve@tfnn.com. I'll do the best to get to those. Of course, inside the Tiger's Den, you can instant message me anytime that you want on this magnificent, magical, marvelous Monday. Of course, this is the Hotel California, sponsored by Tiger Financials Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got the Dow trading up 110 points. She's traded at 17,773. The S&P is up 17 points at 2,096. NASDAQ Composite up 55 points at 5,109. Russell 2000 up 16 at 1177. The DAX closed up 100 points. The FTSE was flat. Gold's trading back $6 at 1135. Silver's off 18 pennies at 1538. Light sweet crude off 54 cents at 4605. Lead the charge to the upside. You've got Diax Corp. I think there's a buyout there. It's up 29%. You've got Meta Assets. That's up 30%. Maybe a buyout there. I don't know. Constant Contact. That's up 22%, up $5 and change. Bailey Pharmaceuticals up $4. Facebook's up $1. To the downside, Chipotle on fire. That's off $14, down a couple of percent out here. Lending Tree off $6, down 5%. Echo Lab off $4. Treehouse Foods down 4. All righty. So where do we begin? Let's see. We've got a post inside the Tiger's Den asking if I can go ahead and pull the rug on the market and let the S&P drop back down to about 1550. Well, let's see. We are at 2096. That is going to be hard for me to do for you. As much as I would like to, fill your requests, spin the market. I can't spin it that much. But what we can do is we can go take a look and see what the market is doing. Let's start off by taking a look at the S&P, and let's do it by taking a look at the S&P futures contract. As we take a look at the ES Mini on the 30-minute basis, coming off of a nice little low that took place here earlier this morning. I think it was about 2:30. Let me just try to figure out where was that. That was right here, this little hammer candle. No, I take that. That was back at midnight. So at midnight, we had price moving lower, formed a little hammer candle down here. And I guess the most important thing is coming off of that low at midnight. What we can see here is that we are potentially in a seventh wave move to the upside out here. Now, it could either be that, or it could be, we take a look at these wave counts, it could either be the third or the seventh wave that we are in. More likely than not, it's in the seventh wave, as the market is basically made very close to, has not completed, and that seventh wave has not confirmed. So that may not confirm for a few hours or so, but we're making 100% move. Price is getting back to the highs out here at about 1 o'clock in the morning. This was on October the 30th. So back on Friday. So we're basically up, up towards those highs out there, and don't see any kind of reversal. I don't see any kind of new TAS market profile box on the 30-minute chart. So I don't see any price relative strength divergent pattern. I don't have anything else to go on at this stage other than the mere fact on a 30-minute basis. If we take a look at oh man, what total brain contusion here. If I take a look at the directional movement indicator, thank you very much. Boy, I just kind of pulled that, just had to close my eyes for a second. But if we take a look at that, at the center, well, I don't know if it's the center. I'll just try to explode it up here. There we go. If we take a look at the dotted line in one of my panels down here on the bottom, you can see we're up at about the 46.74 level. Anytime you get above 4, when you take a look at that directional movement index out here, it says it's very strong. And as soon as you get one tick lower, that typically can be the indication that the trend that you're in, doesn't matter whether it's a trend moving higher or trend moving lower. Many people get confused when they take a look at utilizing this indicator. But once you get used to understanding that it's just simply telling you the power of the trend, not the direction, but the power of the trend. In this case here, obviously the trend has been to the upside off of the midnight hour last evening. So we're getting up towards a level where once we start to see that level off, doesn't tell us where price would move back to. I can't give you the 1550 area. What I can say is price ought to pull back to the 2075 area. You are 2089. So that'd be about 14 points south of where we are at now. Now, I say that because until some type of new market profile exists, I would say that becomes a support area somewhere between 2072 and 2075 out here. So that's the best that I could do to fulfill that opportunity out there of trying to get the markets to move lower for you. Now, if we go take a look at the other 30-minute charts, or a couple of them, what we don't have here is things lining up. Now, when I say lining up, if I take a look at, now, moving lower last night, this was about 230, that's right. So it was the NQ. As it was moving lower into about 230 earlier this morning, price was moving lower with less relative weakness out there. So that's always a beautiful setup. That says, hey, guess what? This move lower is not likely to sustain itself. So therefore, we've seen a move higher. Now, this is only in its fourth leg to the upside, so it's really going to be the ES Mini that we'll focus on to determine whether or not there is. Now, this is also basically made a 100% move by getting back to last Friday's highs out here. Oftentimes, the market will do something else. Doesn't mean it has to retrace in any significant way. It can move sideways out there. But at this stage of the game, and I don't know which is which, it's just simply coming from a seventh wave pattern out there. That's where you can see some fairly steep declines. So we do not have a confirmation inside of the NQ. If we go take a look at the Dow, look at its 30-minute chart out here, it had the same type of pattern. This was taking place at 1 o'clock this morning. Price was moving lower, doing with less relative weakness, had a nice little bullish engulfing candle. Then at 1:30, we had a little confirmation of that. We see some market profiles that came out here. Again, it was more of a bullish setup than a bearish setup. Price has moved higher. Resistance right now looks like about the 17,697-ish type area. And that's in taking a look at the 30-minute charts. Of course, the Russell 2000, this has been strong today price-wise. I haven't taken a look at volume, just really jumping in the catbird seat to take a look at the overall general market to figure out what's going on. But what you and I can take a look at on that 30-minute chart is the following. And that was that price was also moving lower, doing it with less relative weakness out there. We know what happens when the market does that. It's kind of like, I don't think so. In this case here, this was taking place at about midnight. We got that reversal signal at 1 o'clock this morning, 1:30, some additional follow-through. Now, in the case of the Russell 2000, it too is making its way back to its highs out here. Now, these are highs that were in place back on the 28th of October, as well as on October 30th out here. So that's what's going on as we take a look at the 30-minute charts. Now, let's go take a look at, I should open this up earlier. I didn't. Shame on me. I don't know if I can do it quick enough, but we're going to go take a look at the index ETFs, get a feel for what's going on volume-wise out here But while I was going to do that, I was just trying to open up my little spreadsheet here. There we go. So we can guesstimate from a straight line basis what's going on from a volume standpoint. Inside the Qs right now, what we've got is about 12 million in volume. It's up 93 cents. I'm stalling here, obviously, as I try to get over to this little spreadsheet. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Come on, we're on the air. Okay, now we're good. We're almost good. Okay, now we are good. So we've been trading for almost 4 hours. We'll go ahead and we'll give it 4 hours. We'll say it's going to be doing about 12.2 million shares. So it says about 20 million shares today. So let's go take a look at the Qs, figure out what the Qs are doing. Well, we know what the Qs are doing. You and I know exactly what they're doing. The Qs here are trying to tag, let's see if they've done it, the actual all-time high from July 20th. That price point is 114.39. What we have seen thus far today is a high of 114.36, just 3 pennies shy. So pretty good chance that the Qs will go tag that. Now, the volume, as I mentioned, should do about 19 million. We'll call it 19 to 20 million, and 26 million shares are up at the top. So the party, even though all the RSVPs went out for the bulls out there, it appears that they went to the wrong mailing address because they've decided not to participate inside that move. Now, we don't have a test of that high, but we probably do inside the NDX. So let's go check out the NDX 100. Dollar NDX. The reason why we wouldn't have it in the Qs and we could have it inside the NDX, just simply dividends, fees, and so forth. So let's see. Did we get up to that high? 46.94.13. 46. No, son of a gun. We have not. 46.91.84 is the number. So that has not been tested as long as price stays inside this. Now, if it gets tested, we see it close back below it. That would be a rejection on price. Volume-wise, you really won't know to the end of the day, but it looks to me like you would also have a rejection on volume. If you don't test it, it says, and you close inside it, it says you're going to go test it. You can bust through it. You can do all kinds of things. If you test it, close back below it on light volume, that becomes your rejection. Of course, your ultimate rejection is getting back below the swing point. In this case here, inside the NDX 100, looking at 46.57.98. Inside the QQQ series ETF, what we would be looking at there is a price point of 113.48. What you and I know as we speak right now, there are not a lot of folks at this party out here. Let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. Let's do it first by taking a look at the IWM. Now the IWM right now, this has got volume of 14.8 million, 14.8. That says we're going to do about 24 million, give or take. Let's go try to figure out what it's taking on swing point wise. Well, that would be September 17th. And it's coming in with 50% lighter volume than September 17th. Now, it is inside that swing point low, which is 116.68. The top of that swing point is 118.89. There's a good chance that if price closes inside 116.68 today, that price will go try to get up to that 118.89 level. If it rejects it, means close below 116.68, unless there's some kind of huge flurry out there, and I doubt that there will be, you would have rejection of a swing point on price and volume. That's inside the Russell 2000. When we get back from this break, how about you and I? We go take a ride on the reading. I don't even know what that means, other than if you play Monopoly. Instead, how about if we go take a look at the spies and the diamonds and anything else that you like? Just give us a call, 877-927-6648. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. TigerTV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back. Dow's up 105, S&P's up 16, and we had taken a look at the two ETFs, index ETFs. Before we went to that last break, of course, we looked at the 30-minute charts for all four of the equity futures contracts. What I failed to show you, not intentionally, if I take a look at a 10-minute chart out here for the ES Mini, what we can also see is that it has confirmed a seventh wave move to the upside. Did that as we were coming on the air. That was at 110, where we got that. We actually got the confirmation at 120, so about 4 minutes ago. Nice little bullish engulfing candle. Price is moving higher, doing less relative strength out there. Now the key is going to be whether or not we can see a close below the market profile low. This would be an indication that we would begin to start seeing some type of retracement of the gains that we've seen so far today. That would take place if you see a move down below the 2086 level. If we take a look at, you can see here, this is the same, just using this different time frame, but using the directional movement indicator down here, the little blue dots on my screen. We can see that they peaked out right at about as that seventh wave was being formed. There hasn't been much of a pullback out here, but there's been the beginning of one. So we'll see how this plays out here over the course of the next 35 minutes. If this high gets taken out inside the ES Mini, that's at 2090.50. It tells you that there is a strong trend that is underway at the moment. and as the ES mini, that's the first place that would give us a signal, just simply because of this pattern that we looked at, as well as the its wave pattern compared to the others that are out there. I will say that market breadth is strong as we speak right now. We'll see how the day ends, but you're got 2,300 net advancing issues versus 670 declining. So we are at better than 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1, somewhere right around that range out there. So that is pretty good. If we go take a look at what's going on inside the SPYs out here, we're trading at 209.58. Volume thus far 42 million. I believe that equates to approximately, drum roll please, drum roll because 68 million. So you got about 68 million. What are we going into? Lord knows what we're really going into. I mean, the swing point's all the way out here, so we're nowhere near the July 20th swing point. So what are we going to benchmark in volume? We're coming right back here to where things started moving to the downside, 172 million, 194 million. That was on August 19th and August 20th. So, you're coming in light as you're moving higher. 135 was where we moved higher with on October 28th. I believe that was Janet Yellendale. Then even 131 million shares on Friday. So you're really light in the shorts. Today must be a holiday. Is today a holiday? And I didn't get the memo on that? Huh. In any event out there, so the SPY moving higher with light volume. Dow Diamonds, they've done volume thus far, 2.3 million. That's about 3.7 or so by day's end. It has or is in the process of completing a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside again, volume-wise. Pretty tough to benchmark it. If we're going to benchmark it against August 19th, that's got 11 million shares versus 4. Clearly light volume. I'd say that the most important thing inside the Dow Diamonds is not the volume. It's really going to be the candle session from Friday. Very subtle here, but you do have a bearish engulfing. That's not so subtle. But if we can take a look at Thursday, the high on Thursday, let me just do this. The high on Thursday's session was 177.71. Yesterday's high, not yesterday, but Friday's high, 177.83. 83 is greater than 71. Not too shabby for math, huh? If you take a look at the low on Thursday, 176.68. Friday's low, 176.45. So we had there was a key reversal session at the completion of an A to B equals CD pattern. That says that is pièce de résistance. And that says as long as the diamonds are unable to close above 177.83, you've got a confirming pattern that has completed. On the other hand, if the Dow Diamonds can close over 177.83, that says sayonara to that bearish engulfing key reversal session, and it's time to move up into the 183.19 level. Your 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD to the upside. But at this stage, what we know is we have a reversal signal, and until that resistance level is taken out, one must respect it. Well, you don't have to respect it. I will respect it. So that's what's going on across the board as we take a look at what's going on inside the indices. Let's go take a look at what's going on inside of Goldilocks out here as we take a look at the current gold contract trading at 1136. It's off of its session lows. I have no idea why I have this line of 1136.60 in my screen out here. But when we get back from this break, let's go take a look at where Goldilocks is headed to. The number is 1125. 1125.10 to be exact if we're going to count every red cent. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization authorization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on TigerTV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back. We were taking a look at Goldilocks before we went in that last break. She's trading out at 11.35. It's off about $6 right now. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart, that's what's on my screen here. You're going to see, let's do this. Let's turn off a couple of lines. We can always turn them back on. Let's just take a look at the rising price channel that gold has been traveling in. Now, by price channel, you and I, what we're doing is we're using the bodies of candles. We're selecting at least 3 or more bodies of candles. In this case here, coming off the bottom, what we're using is the August 6th, the open session. Then we run right into really the close of September 11th, the close of September 15th, the open of that wide-ranging bar on October the 2nd. So there's a pretty good chance that gold should spike lower and at least test the rising price channel. Now, if gold closes below that, that's a problem. That's trouble. Now, when I say that's a problem, what does that mean? That says the price would then come back and at least test the October 2nd breakout, or should, meaning the low of that session, which is 1103.80. So let's turn off the rising price channel. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and turn on our market profiles. And as we take a look at this, I don't know why I turned that on. That's weird. Let's do this here. That belongs down there. That's really interesting. I have no idea what's in the center of the box. Well, I don't know. That's weird. Okay. If we forget about what's weird, let's take a look at it. What we know about gold right now is it's trading down below its daily market profile low. So it's broken through a level of support, a key level of support, the bottom of which is 1141.50. The next level of support happens to be 1086. Now, at 1086, it comes very close to running right into that rising price channel. You can see right there. So it's very close. So likely that level will be spiked. Now, if it breaks through that, we've already broken through, or it's broken through one level of support. Then, in essence, it shouldn't have. If it breaks another level of support, in this case here, the combination of the rising price channel, the top of the weekly box out here, if it breaks through that area, then it says that gold likely gets back into the 1099, maybe even 1086 area. And we cannot discount that as a possibility here, for a number of different reasons. But let's do this before we go into that or take a look at that. Let's go take a look at Goldilocks on a 2-hour chart out here, because I think this is pretty cool in what you and I are able to put together by taking a look at both the daily and a 2-hour time frame out here. And when we take a look at the 2-hour time frame, you can see that last night at about 8 p.m., what gold was able to do was able to form a nice little hammer candle out there. Now, a hammer candle, that helps you identify areas where bulls are trying to hammer out a bottom. So the low of that session out here, write this down on your pad of paper, 1133.80. That's a key price point for gold to be able to hold. We've seen where that hammer has been tested over the last 6 hours out here. Beginning at 10 o'clock this morning, we saw price get below it, close back above that level. Good. The hammer candle held. The bulls were out there defending that territory. That was tested again at 12 noon. That has been tested again as we speak right now, going into the 2 p.m. session. We can see at this stage of the game, we've got a nice little morning star reversal pattern. So now you got two bullish patterns. One's already formed. The other's in the process of forming. If it can hold this price, which I suspect it will, going into 2 p.m., you've got two bullish candles in this level here. Again, that price point, I'll give it to you one more time, 1133.80. Now, here's the deal. If we see price close below 1133.80, what that tells you and I is price is absolutely going to go down and test the top of that rising price channel, the weekly profile out here of 1125. What we'll also have is we will have two areas that will have failed to act as support, that really should have acted as support. And you talk about rug pulls. If that if those levels fail, meaning 1125 area, there's your rug pull. Gold probably runs all the way back down to the bottom out there, and that is how I would call it. Price has not broken support, just as the Dow Jones and New York Stock Exchange on a long-term basis have not broken support. Of course, in those cases, that support goes back to March of 2009. This support here is not anywhere near that type of time frame because it goes back to July of 2015, so just a few months out here. But that's what's going on in the world of Goldilocks. Now, in the world of the mining equities out here, man, they're doing really well considering all the clutter and all the problems that are going on out there. But I've got to say, buyer beware, caveat emptor out here, because if gold starts breaking down below these levels, these stocks are going to get the memo. And the memo was you should have got out of Dodge while you had that opportunity. That's not what we see right now. If we take a look at, strong legs out here, take a look at Agnico Eagle. This thing has just simply consolidated since the October 5th. So the entire month of October, what we've seen is a consolidation, in essence, with inside its TAS market profile. So unlike gold, which has traded below the bottom of its box out here, and guess what? The Agnico Eagle has not. In fact, today's candle, potentially a hammer. It hasn't been much of a trend to the downside, but we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Here's what we do know. It has held 27.36. That's a number to write down on a pad of paper. If you see it close below 27.36, anticipate and expect a price point move down to 25.95, and if it breaks through that area, Lord knows where it will head to. But those are the prices and the levels to be watching. So that equity looks pretty good. If we go look at something that's a little bit weaker out here, here, that would be Gold Corp out here. We take a look at Gold Corp. Gold Corp is testing today the swing point from the trading session of September 30th. That's got 11 million shares. You've done 7.4 million already. That volume doesn't sound good to me. 7.4 million is the equivalent of doing about 12 million, slightly under 12 million, and that swing point has 11.4. That's not good. So Gold Corp, the number one weighting inside of the GDX, is actually moving into a swing point with volume. It's tested it. Now, maybe it's not going to do straight line math for the next several hours out here, and it's going to do less than 11.4 million shares. Then you could say Gold Corp will have rejected its swing point on price and volume, and that would require a close above 12.52. The actual low intra-session has been 12.47, but at this stage of the game, looks to me like Gold Corp moving down with too much volume into that swing point. So you can see we've got the tale of two stories out here. And this is why inside the mining sector is absolutely a stock picker's market. It is not a I'm going to play the basket, the GDX out here. Now, that's not to say that AEM can't pick up the slack from Gold Corp, because it certainly can. Let's take a look at Barrick Gold out here. Barrick Gold looks pretty strong. It's been consolidating up at these highs out here. It should have support at about the 694 level. You're at 777, so it is, it's got that one-arm bandit price point out here. Not that that is bad, but if it does start moving lower, expect it to find some support at around 693 and change out here. So Barrick Gold not looking too shabby. Let's do one more out here. Let's spin the wheel and see which one we've got. Let's go take a look at, what are we going to look at? We're going to look at FNV out here, FNV, Franco, Nevada. So let's go take a look at what is another strong stock. Let's go see what price points we can take a look at out here. Now, this had completed an A to B equals CD pattern. It's pulled back. It is pulling back with some light volume, so that's good. But looks like it has further work to do to the downside. I take that back. Something to think about. This had formed a new market profile. Looks like maybe on Friday, and it is trading below the bottom of that box out there. It's still not too bad. Volume today, 468,000, even going against 1.7. It's still pulling back very nicely with light volume. Yeah, so the mining equities look pretty good. But if gold really continues to fail, these little boogers, they're going to go ahead and get that email. They're going to go ahead and get that text message. They're going to go ahead and get everything out there that says, look out below. So look, here's the deal. They're holding up well. Just simply make sure you are using stops. If you use stops, then life is good. So that's what's going on inside the mining sector out here. Let's go take a look at some classical gas out here. Natural gas had a heck of a nice session on Friday. So nice, I was considering taking a long position inside of natural gas. But, it gapped down at the open. This does, if we go take a look at a 10-minute chart out here, it is not looking so good. So if we take a look at that, it was making A to B equals CD patterns to the upside. Let's just take a look at retracements. I have not looked at that. Let me turn this off here. Give me a moment so we can get back to our chart time frames out here. Let's turn off those boxes. There we go. So now let's just take a look at retracements from low to high. See what it's actually done. It's gotten back to just slightly below the 0.618 retracement level out here. Hasn't done a whole heck of a lot. At this stage of the game, it's pulled back to really where it started breaking out. Maybe that's a slight positive out here, but there has not been any additional real signs of strength after the gap down this morning. So I don't know. Natural gas just basically looks like it is sick out here. Friday looked good. So maybe this is a head fake. We'll continue to pay attention to it. Lightspeed Crew, let's go figure out what it's doing. It's trading at $46 and a change out here. If we take a look at retracements on it from low to high, we would do that if my ruler would work. From low to high, what we're looking at is prices made its way back into the 0.786 retracement level. What is Lightspeed Crude doing? I would just simply, this is a 10-minute chart. Well, that doesn't do us a whole lot of good. Let's go actually take a look at a daily chart. Not that it doesn't do us good, but it doesn't do us good or justice with regard to what I was going to show you. Let's actually turn on our market profiles as well, see what we can figure out here. Yeah, well, Gold came back and tested the bottom of that weekly profile and then bounced off nicely on October the 28th out here. It's finding some resistance. It really needs to close above it from the bullish standpoint. And by bullish, we're talking trading range only. If it can close above 46.31, right now you're trading at 46.02. This ought to move up to about 49.84. Nice little trading range inside of gold, inside of light sweet crude, Texas tea, black gold, 42.70 or so to about the 49.84 range out there. If you're playing that range, just use some stops. What else do we have that is moving? Let's go take a look at a couple of stocks that are moving to the upside and grooving to the downside. Let's start off with Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, REGN, up 15 bucks. Let's go figure out what it is doing out here. Trading higher with volume of 502,000 shares, trying to get back to its highs. Looks like it may have tagged it or got very close to it. Now, the high that I'm referring to, if we can just go ahead and grab it, there we go, is 578.21. That's the swing point. It's a high volume swing point, or high volume-ish swing point inside Regeneron that has not been tested. The bottom of that swing is 578.21. This did volume of 1.9 million shares. You are up on vapor style volume today, 502,000 shares. But that level, 578.21, was tested. 578 even Steven. Didn't get all the way up there, and this was back on October 29th. Light volume because that was 693,000 shares. Nonetheless, looks to me like Regeneron is going to go at least tag 578.21, maybe even complete the test and get up to 605.93. That's what's going on in the world of Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. If we take a look at the IBB, that's up 10 bucks here. What is the IBB doing? Shoot, the IBB is trying to break above a descending price channel. You and I took a look at a rising price channel when we looked at Goldilocks. Now we can see that the IBB is in a descending price channel out here. It's trying to break above that. It's above its TAS market profile daily high out there of 332.71. So closing above that, and this little descending price channel says, what is it doing? Well, let's go take a look at it. Whenever you break above a trend line or a price channel, if you come back and test it and reject it, meaning you close back above, it says you're going higher. In this case here, if that's what it's going to do, that says the IBB would be on its way to 356.24. Excuse me. If I do sneeze, I'm going to just say excuse me ahead of time because I'm fighting it off as we speak. Anyways, and I don't have a sneeze button to turn the mic off right at that time. So far, so good. Now, that was Regeneron and the IBB. You've got Priceline. That's up 10 bucks. Let's go see what Priceline is doing out here. Priceline having taken out its highs from August the 5th. Still has this nice little gap up that's still out there. That is a danger sign out here. That danger sign says that if for any reason this thing gaps below 1436.05, you would have a heck of a reversal out here. We know that the volume of 2.1 million shares from August the 5th, that we have not exceeded that volume on the way up out here. What is Priceline doing out here? Let me do this. Let me turn this off. Turn off the boxes. We're just looking to see if there's a 3 drive to a top pattern inside of Priceline. Drive 1 would be right around here, one of these 2 days out here, either May 4th or May 6th. We'll use May 6th right now. Son of a gun. Okay, well, there you go. That would say, if we use that date, that would say that today, tomorrow, could be its 3rd drive. Now, let's go take a look at expansions of this pattern out here, because you like to have equidistant price move. And what we see here is we're just simply using the high from May 6th, the high from August 5th, and then that's going to tell us, how many sessions we've got as we take a look at that. So I'll do that one more time. What the heck was that? If we do that, there's the high. And if we take a look at distance, that is a total of 62 trading sessions. And the today happens to be the second 62 or 124th trading session out there. Now, we've got the time piece of it. We've got the time element. We've got Timex. When we get back from this break, I'll let you know whether or not we have the Fibonacci expansions, because that's what you like to see out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're looking for a great opportunity to diversify your financial portfolio and hedge against the falling stock market, consider the new market-safe Metals Hedge CD from Everbank. This 5-year indexed U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to metals with gold and silver components and allows you to hedge against falling equities with a short component on the SPY ETF. You can earn up to 45% capped upside payment at maturity if gold and silver increase in value and the SPY ETF decreases across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on the CD. Don't let fallen markets get you down. Get the Metals Hedge CD. The November 12th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 110, S&P's up 17. And before we went to that break, we're looking at the infamous 3 drive to a top pattern that is setting up today inside of Priceline. So if you're Priceline Charlie, you would be paying attention to this pattern out here. Now, you might say, well, what in the heck is a 3 drive to a top pattern. Beautiful pattern out here. What we look for is we look for expansions between swing points that in essence match Fibonacci numbers, those swing points, and then we look for, because you don't want to force this pattern out here. You force it, it doesn't mean diddly. In this case, we're not forcing anything. If we take a look at the swing point from the trading session of May the 6th, that high, down to the low out here on June the 29th, I've got my little retracement ruler. So from that high to that low, what we can see is the price level of 1388 would be your 1.618 expansion of those two swing points. Guess what? This thing got up to 1388. It got to 1395. That's close enough back on August 5th. That happens to be drive number 2. This is drive number 1 that we're starting with. Now, if we go from drive number 2, that's that high, 1395, down to the low of its swing point. That would be August 24th low, 1152. We can see that where we're at today is the 1.272 expansion of that set of swing points. So we've got the Fibonacci expansions of those swing points. We've got the exact time in distance between 1, 2, and 3. And as we speak today, we've got a little doji candle. So you've got very close to it, spinning top or doji. Depends on where it ends up. If this closes at 1464, you got a little doji. If you close at, I don't know, 2 or 3 points higher than that, you don't really have a doji. But it doesn't matter whether it's a doji or not. Now, a doji is cool at the completion of a area of resistance, which a 3-drive pattern could be. That being said, whether you've got a doji or not, what you want to take a look at is you need to have some kind of reversal candle. Tomorrow, could be today. I doubt it's today. But tomorrow, the next day, if you have a reversal candle, then that says, hey, price can move all the way back down to the bottom of that first drive right around the June 29th level inside of price line. No idea what's going to take it down. No idea if this pattern here, if price continues to move higher, it's kaput. It doesn't exist. It was not a 3-drive pattern. You can find some other pattern out there. So that is in the case of Priceline, PCLN. We haven't taken a look at what's going on in some of those stocks that are moving to the downside, such as Chipotle, gapping down, creating a huge island out here. We talked about that island reversal. That's the one that's set up in between the time period of July 22nd all the way to October the 21st out here. Now, how did that pattern know that they were going to have some E. coli issues or whatever it is that they are having out somewhere in the West Coast, Seattle area, I believe? Now, you can see it's off its session lows. It's got pretty good volume inside of it. Where is Chipotle likely headed to? You know, it's headed to this level of support right around here, and that's right around the price point of about $5.96 or so. If it breaks through that, Priceline could easily make its way down where Stella got its groove, down around $442. That's that breakout from back here on October the 18th. So Priceline, not Priceline, but Chipotle needs to hold the $5.96 level. Otherwise, it says look out, because 442 could be on the way. Also moving to the downside out here, you've got, what do we have? Anything percentage-wise? You got Labradoodle. That's LABD. That's a direction share out here, so we don't have that. Oh, you know, we didn't even take a look at anything else. Sorry about that. When I say anything else, we didn't look at the summation indexes or anything. They still have the declining tops pattern that are in play. But that New York Stock Exchange, pretty good market breadth right now, so it'll be key as to how it ends the session out here. So, folks, thanks so much for joining me on Magnificent Magical Monday. We got our magic man, David White. He's going to be up next. Then we've got Tom O'Brien from 3 to 5. Have a terrific day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
You're watching Tiger TV.